Hi, my name is Joseph Lumpkin. I am the CEO and one of the writers at Fifth Estate Publishing. Normally, I would be sitting here telling you about one of our books, but I want to take some time today to pass along some wisdom as I am getting up in years and wish that I had passed along this to my children, but some of this I simply didn't know in time. So this is to my children's children from your grandfather. And these are insights I wish that I had whispered into your parents' ears, but some of them I simply learned too late. So I pass them along to you, and I give them to my friends on the net here, that those that are young or maybe lack parents can use them as best they can. They are shallow and lacking, but at least there'll be a start. Rules for a better life. Be grateful. Gratitude is a pipeline to God. Gratitude draws into itself joy and happiness. Gratitude forces us to let go of past hurts and be thankful for the present. Gratitude brings wonder and surprise, and through gratitude we can see the grace of God. Be kind. You never know who you're talking to, and you never know when the person sweeping the floor or waiting your table today will be your boss tomorrow. So treat everyone equally and with equal respect. Be humble. Always know that no matter how good you are, your abilities will fade, they will wane, and a better person will come along. Be peaceful. Move peaceably through life. Do not be distracted from your goals. Do not interfere with the peace of others. Shun those who will cause drama and destruction. They will cause you peace. They will cause you to lose your focus, and they will cause you to be unstable. Keep your own peace. Be strong. Even though we walk in peace, there are times that violence is called for. Stand up for yourself. Do not let people run all over you. Evil will win if good people don't do something to stop it. Protect the weak and vulnerable. They have no one else. Be smart. Always assume you could be wrong. Start from the place of seeking further information. Keep an open mind, open to possibilities you have not yet seen. But do not be easily led by others. Just because others believe something to be right and true does not make it right or true for you. You must define your own path. Be improving. Know your weaknesses and know your strengths, and work harder on your weaknesses to make them less weak. In the meantime, hide your weakness and show forth your strength for others. Be inspired. There are parts of us that are inspired by God. The word inspired means that He breathed into us. We are part of Him and He is part of us. That means that we have the ability to create. We create arts, building, books, even other people when we have children. But there is more. We have the ability to create opportunities by our intention. By seeing in our minds and imaginations what we want and focusing on our desires, we open up possibilities to reach these goals. Make sure your wishes are not selfish or destructive. See yourself as successful. See yourself as prosperous. And then work your butts off to reach your goal. Nothing is free, and if you take things without effort, it cheapens your worth as a person. Labor, work, and ideas have worth. Know your worth. Be loving. Know love and do not hide for fear. Fear of being hurt will keep us from being lovers. The joy will always outweigh the pain. To love, you must allow yourself to get close enough to be hurt. There is no other way, but like childbirth, the memory of the pain will fade if you let it, but the memory of the joy will remain. The clarion call to the human heart is to love and to be loved. Yet love must be balanced and uplifting, not toxic or hurtful. Let love be supportive, giving, strengthening, freeing to those that we care about, and accept no less for yourself. There are types of love, and it takes time to tell them apart. There's love that springs from the soul, love that flows from the heart, and love that rises from the body. Only age and wisdom will allow you to tell the difference, and should you get confused between any of these, consider yourself human and learn from the experience like everyone else has. A relationship with God is the most fulfilling and loving experience a person could have, but relationship with a religion is the most hateful, judgmental, and damaging of all. It is very difficult to experience the love and acceptance of God when constrained by the rules and judgment of man. Sadly, it is easier to fall into the rules and judgment of men than it is to take time to reach out to the heart of God. But God has one rule, and that rule is to love and do what you will in the light of His perfect love. If you love God and love your fellow man, you will fulfill all that God desires. Man has a million rules, and no one will ever fulfill all of them. And when you fail, you'll be judged. The trick is to know who condemns you. It will always be someone coated with pride, ego, and arrogance, and they will always be blind to their own vileness and shortcomings. Don't accept the judgment of man. Simply seek the love of God and love others in that light. Be wise. No one is perfect, but we hope to sin less over greater and greater periods. This is what we call maturity. Be merciful, but don't forget the person's weakness. Do not be a fool. Keep enough distance between you and the weak person that their follies and failures don't affect or reflect upon you. There are some people who cannot change. These are the ones who lack moral compass. They do not feel what is right and wrong. They only want what is their way. These will be able to lie and convince you because they feel no guilt. These are people who are evil, and evil is difficult to spot. Sometimes it looks almost childlike. It is without conscience and cares only about itself. It has no thoughts or the feelings of others. It pretends to care, but the only thing it wants is what serves it. Stay away from selfish and self-serving people. Even Satan himself falls into this category, and many people are just like him. It has taken me 20 years to gather to myself fewer than a dozen friends that I would trust with my life, but even with that number, I consider myself to be a man most blessed. Be fearless. A successful life is made up of taking reasonable risks. Never bet the farm. Never try something that will ruin you or your family if it doesn't succeed. But take risks and go ahead and try new things, but limit the risk. Make it so that you can recover if you fail. If you take reasonable risk and you are assured of failing, but don't let your pride or your ego make you hold on to these ways, these failures for too long. Simply call them what they are and move on. You will fail many times, so you must be resilient. But the successes will be glorious. So don't be afraid. Be consistent. Go out of your way to keep your word. The more you keep your word, the more powerful your word will become. There will be those who will wish you to bend your word toward them, but be equal with all people. There's a plan for living a rich and good life. You need a good job, a good education, a good plan. Never ever take your eyes off the goal. Don't do anything that will divert you from your path. Always think 3 steps ahead. Ask yourself how others will react to your words or your actions. Ask yourself, what will the outcome be? And then go 1 step farther and ask yourself what the outcome of the outcome will be. If you do these things, you'll conquer the world, because hardly anyone thinks more than 1 step ahead. But life is a chess game, although a very long one. You must finish your education, land a good job, and only then should you get married, and only after that decide if you're going to have children. If you do things in any different order, the chance of your success in life will be greatly diminished. Be able to do many things. Don't be a one-trick pony. The problem with being a one-trick pony is that you become very good at one thing, but the world changes so quickly that that one thing may not be here at the end. So be able to do many things. Be a Renaissance man or Renaissance woman. Most problems in life come from our own making. They are lack of concentration or lack of thinking ahead about our outcome of actions or deeds. Most of the time, our judgment will be clouded by what I call the spam theory. Sex, power, arrogance, or money drives almost all the downfalls of good men and good women. We all suffer from the same disease, so be merciful. Understand that we are all connected in ways that we cannot fathom. Your attitude will affect others around you, and those will affect, in turn, other people. And the energy will spread like ripples on a pond when a stone is dropped. The good news is, so do good energies, good deeds. So make your actions, make your words uplifting. Anything else will damage more people than you can think. Never tell someone how to feel or what to think. These things are sacred and they belong to that person. Likewise, don't let people tell you what to think and what to feel, but be wise and listen to their words. The thing is, the world is divided up into 3 categories. What is yours, what is mine, and what is ours? And we can argue all we want about what is ours because it is mutual. But I have no right to try to change you or you me. Our personalities are sacred, God-given. The only thing we can do is to, as parents or teachers, try to apply soft and gentle pressures over long periods of time. But the personality, it is like steel. And once the force of will of a person is taken off, many times the personality springs back to its original configuration. It takes so much effort to change internally. And to help people do that, it is constant, loving, gentle pressure. It is like clay. If you move too quickly, force it too much, cracks will appear. And they'll form resentment and anger. So, be helpful, don't be forceful. At every change, every stage in life, we will think that we have arrived, that we have matured, that we have become who we are intended to be. In every single stage of life that we think this, we will be wrong. We never arrive. We never come to who we are or who we're intended to be. always evolving because we're always changing and learning and maturing. When I was 20, I thought I was the person I was supposed to be. And then when I was 30, I thought, that was silly. I'm now the person I'm supposed to be. And now that I am over 60, I have realized I will never be the person that I am intended to be, because every breath changes me. I will arrive at my destination with God, and only then will I be perfect over there. Be strong and walk your own path, but respect others. If you do this, they'll call you a leader. There are great and constant laws in the universe, and these laws are how God has created the world to work. Here are my interpretations of them. You sow what you reap. Whatever you put into the universe will come back to you in similar form. If you want to be happy, peaceful, loving, or have friendships, you must be happy, be peaceful, and be a true and loving friend. How you treat others will be reflected in how you are treated. Of course, this also has to do with your choice of people. Nothing in life happens by accident. It requires participation. Few things happen by chance. We draw things to us. The things that happen and the people in our life reflect what we are inside. If you have several failed relationships, they will likely have something in common. It will be a flaw in you or your choice in people. Because nothing happens by chance, we must take responsibility for what happens to us and what happens because of us. Our choices and attitudes cause life to happen. If we do not accept responsibility, we can't change the things that need to be changed. Remember that the masses go in circles, but the wise men rise in spirals. History repeats itself over and over again. But most people react the same and make the same mistakes, and the cycle goes on. But the wise person learns each time around, and each time something occurs, we handle it with more knowledge and wisdom. When we change, we will see the people, things, and circumstances around us change. Our world mirrors us. Likewise, if you wish to change, sometimes it is easier to change your friends and your daily routines and habits first. Everyone and everything is connected. Your bad mood, thoughtless deeds, harsh words will change those around you, and they will make them feel like you feel. So keep your moods to yourself. Love and respect others. Make sure you uplift them. We are the only things that we have here. We are the hands and feet of God. Extend that to them, even if you have not had that courtesy yourself. Keep your mind focused on better things, spiritual things, that will cause growth. Most mistakes are made for two reasons: lack of focus and lack of consideration for the outcome. Be here now. You learn from your past, but you live in the present. Each moment becomes its own world. You cannot fully live if you regret the past or dread the future. Plan, prepare, think ahead, but live with your focus on what you're doing right now. You get out of things what you put into them. Thoughts and deeds are the same thing. So put all of yourself into everything you do with full intention, and that will open up the doors of possibilities and opportunity. In the end, intend, want, dream, work, and become ambitious creators. To my grandchildren and my children, I love you. I hope this helps in some small way.